this moving. It's Young People Nation.
Welcome to Young People Nation. Listen to us weekly as we commit to bring transparency, healing, and truth to the everyday situations in life that might bring you down. Join us for your weekly dose of inspiration. Thank you for listening to Young People Nation. Make sure you subscribe so you never miss an episode. And now, here's your host, Eugene and Donna Perry.
Let's go. Christ is the foundation. Know his word gon' lead us. Know I'm already going. Taking steps I believe in. Giving guidance to the youth. Giving guidance to the lost. Giving the world to the project. Lead them back to the cross.
Welcome back to Young People Nation. We're in session 2 with Team Hankerson. How you all doing today?
Okay.
I tell you, I enjoy spending time with this couple because you just have a wealth of wisdom and experience with you guys. And what I see with them, God is taking their experiences and they're helping others.
Keeping it real.
Yes. So we're going to start out with Miss Shoshana Passionate Wesby Hankerson.
That's right.
Now, she's an assistant pastor. God uses her in the community. She's a creative writer, school counselor. She specializes in youth mental health, okay? And so she's been on several tours to include the BET music tour, okay? Yes. And she's very passionate about everything she does. That's why her code name is Passion.
That's right.
Okay, passionate.
Yeah.
And so I like her motto again in this session. She said, while I'm yet living, I will give my all. She loves the community and what she does in the community. Thank you so much because we need you so much in this community for our youth. Now, Mr. Cortez Hankerson, Knowledge. He's known as Knowledge, and he's a dynamic individual. He's a husband, father, entrepreneur. He does a lot in the community. He has a lot of giftings. His building business is getting ready to manifest. So stay tuned on Facebook. So he's getting ready, man, because he is really good and naturally good at building. But building the community and building other people. He's taken his life journey and turned it around and using it as a mentorship to mentor our young men.
That's right.
Thank you so much. And I tell you, he's very intentional about being a husband, father, and getting these young men on track to live their best life, what God would have them to live. So thank you so much for being the example that you can do that.
Yeah,
That's
definitely
right.
appreciate it.
Okay, thank you. Okay, well, we're in session 2. And both of them have had some experience with gang life. And a lot of our young people in our last session, you know, I keep looking on everybody, call you doctor. Okay. About how a 5th grader was able to just tell you details. And I'm sure it was like scrambled eggs to you. So you had to speak with your husband, who God graced him to come out of that and help other young people. So let me ask you, what age do you see most? Well, she talked about the 5th grader. How old was this child?
How old are 5th graders? Around about
10,
11, something like that.
Yeah. Somewhere in that nature.
How were you when you started seeing things about that life?
It starts young. It really starts by around that age. About around 10, 11. Because it depends, and it's also because of it could be the community they're around, the people that's around them, the influence they have through YouTube, the music plays a major part.
And both of you all are music writers too.
Correct.
Yes.
Yeah. So, cause I know when I first got started, and when I first got introduced to gang life, I was about 15, 16, somewhere in that nature. So yeah, I was young. So, but it starts real young. Like my wife was saying, just to piggyback off of her, you know, it starts when they in elementary school. A lot of people don't know that.
Yeah.
But
Right.
it starts with literally starts in the 5th grade. You know, because at 4th and down they just see it, but they don't really fully knowing exactly what they doing. But when you get in the 5th grade and up, like how my wife was saying, like just listening to this kid, the stuff she was telling me, like, and I told her, I said, I'm gonna be honest, that boy know too much.
Yeah.
He knows
Extremely too
he
much.
knows he knows more than he should be knowing in the 5th grade about this certain gang and this certain type of weapon and stuff like that. And like she said, and I told her, like, yeah, he's being groomed, and if no one catches it now, he will get affiliated.
Jesus. I tell you, and thank God for you being in your position to pray for these young kids.
Yeah.
Because the community, and help me if I'm incorrect, it make them feel more welcome. Is that accurate?
Make them feel like they're a part of something, especially if they're a kid that has a little social awkwardness. They go to where they're accepted. And I could be more accepted if I'm doing this kind of thing, or I have the knowledge of this kind of thing. They go to where they feel welcome. And if the academics is something that they don't excel at, then I'd rather go somewhere where I can excel. I go somewhere where someone says, good job, man, you did that. Or good, you did a great job with moving that or selling that. You know, you got somebody giving you that validation and confidence. But then you get in the classroom, you make it zeros, nobody's helping you, nobody's affirming you, telling you good job. I'm going to go where my validation is. So with young kids, they don't know how to balance that.
Yeah.
So they go where someone is smiling at them or someone is saying good job.
That comes from the home. It starts at home. Am I correct? We had a young lady that told us that mental health starts at home.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so if they're not being encouraged at home, they're gonna go back. They're gonna go outside and
if they ain't being encouraged at home, being uplifted at home, then they gonna go where somebody gonna uplift them. Somebody gonna embrace them, and it goes back to what I said earlier. They're gonna go to that embracing, like I'm gonna embrace the love to you that I know that you desperately looking for. Even though you're not my responsibility, so I could really care less. But I'm gonna give you what you're looking for, though. I'm gonna give you what you're looking for.
That's right.
And I know once I do that, because I know you ain't getting it at home, you're gonna do everything I want you to do.
That's right.
You're going to do everything I want you to do, because I'm giving you something that your mama lacking to give you, that your dad lacking to give you, that you're not getting at home. Because you're being overlooked at home. But see, I'm not going to overlook you out here, though. I'm going to make sure you straight. Because see, you don't know what I'm doing. Doing to you. I'm grooming you. I'm about to turn you into something I want you to be. To benefit me. I'm not going to care about the consequence that happened to you, because at the end of the day, I'm going to just tell you, like, yeah, you young, take this from me. And they would do it because the love that you giving them, the money you put in their pocket, the name brand clothes and shoes I'm putting on your back, so.
Wow. That as you were talking, that can go even with our young ladies and young men. Being in relationships, I see you're lacking something, so I'm gonna feed you what I see you're lacking, and I really don't care nothing about you, but I need you to benefit what I have a need for, and whatever happened to you, oh well.
Right.
That's true.
It
is.
Wow. See in the instances like this, the parents just don't understand. The child is at a point. Okay, when you start out in the 1st grade and all like that, you the little kid, or you give them this, and they follow you around, and now they're starting to get formulating ideals for themselves and what they want to be, and they see this glorious world that is passing by them, and they won't be part of it. And therefore, it either goes the negative or the positive. And therefore, when you give them this little bit of comfort zone, they are formulating what they want to be and where they want to go. And now the parents are at a point, okay, I done had you from the crib all the way up to here, and now you starting to be independent. But that's when they're most vulnerable, because they're looking to be the fireman, the doctor, the lawyer, and what they need to do go in that direction. But by you having confidence in them and letting them go like that, they're formulating their own ideals. That's why these kids get into these video games of shooting and the video games of driving real fast and all. And whatever is appealing to them, they're going to gravitate to and do it. And then the first time it seemed like fun. The second time it was more of a rush. The third time it seemed like a good idea. Now they're on that path. And the parents be thinking, okay, they doing all right. They moving independent by themselves. I can finally get my work done. I can finally take that second job or whatever like that. And you leaving them alone. But this is a time where their mind is formulating on what I'm going to do and be, because I want to be part of something.
But that can be easy to do. I want to say, if both parents are not on deck, and one, you have single fathers out there, you got single mothers out there, you got to make a living, and you're trying to do better. Because we as a couple ourselves, one time we recognized we was too busy.
Right.
Yeah.
And somehow the enemy was able to slide in there and get a hold of our older daughter's mind. So we had to pull back, because it's easy to get busy, work, church, community. You just be going and going, and like you said, your child, you say, okay, you're over there, you're doing okay, on the game or whatever it is you're doing, but sometimes things slip in there.
Well, we didn't realize that parenting is a 24-hour day job.
Yeah.
That's what we didn't realize,
And but we don't. But God is the only one don't sleep or slumber. So,
that's right.
But we gotta
go to sleep. Right.
We gotta work.
Right. We got to work and stuff. So I as a parent, and our daughters are super grown, but I learn and I tell parents, listen, you just have to pray and ask God to help you to be aware. Our younger daughter used to tell me that the Holy Spirit was a tattletale. Because I learned from my older daughter's experience, I got to get in here and talk to God, and because I need to know what's going on, because he's the one that see everything.
That's right.
And so I had to change my dynamics of parenting.
Yeah.
And so that can be a challenge, though, for someone that's doing it alone. Am I correct?
Yeah. Before I got married, I was doing it by myself. So it was a lot of things that I wasn't catching on to. Like you said, you think, oh, this child can take care of themselves, and you realize they're into stuff that you had no idea about. I had got a call about one of my kids, and I'm like, what? Where'd that come from? Then it dawned on me that I wasn't paying attention. I was too busy. I was too caught up in my own world and it's more than providing. It's more than the shelter, the food, things that help their physical body live. It's the emotional stuff too as well. And we cannot get caught up so much in these jobs that we miss out on actually raising our kids.
Yes.
We can't do that.
And Knowledge, I remember in our conversation how you said you was a very quiet person. Talk about how you found your voice from that quiet space.
Right. I mean, to this day, I'm still quiet. I'm still quiet, but it's not how it was when I was growing up into my adulthood. I was just quiet. I was always very observant, And so when I got involved in the streets, that kind of helped me find my voice.
Okay.
Because now I'm out here really by myself.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so that way I don't get, in order for me not to get pushed over or, ran over out here, I gotta start speaking up for myself, using my voice as authority.
Mm-hmm.
Because when I was younger, my voice didn't mean anything.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I mean?
Yes.
It kind of got stepped on
Mm-hmm.
or overlooked. Nobody heard me.
Mm-hmm.
So when I got involved in the gang life and the drug life, I found that voice.
Mm-hmm.
And I used that, and I was able to have so many people at the grasp of my hand.
Mm-hmm.
No matter what ranking you at,
Mm-hmm.
when I spoke, you listened.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
If I say go do this or do that, it got done because of the way I asserted my voice.
Okay.
It's just like a lion in the jungle. You don't know that lion there till you hear it roar.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And when you hear the lion roar, you can hear that for miles away
Mm-hmm.
because of he's bringing it out. He done got aggravated.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
He
yeah.
done got aggravated. So, and he's asserting his authority like,
Mm-hmm.
this is my pride.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I had to actually roar in order to
Right.
be heard. And once I got heard, it changed a lot of things,
Mm-hmm.
and it got a lot of things done. So, like we spoke before, when I was out here in the streets, man, I ran it like a general running the military,
Mm-hmm.
and it went just like that, and that was the end of it. I didn't second guess anything. I said it. If it got done, and that's it. I don't want to talk about it no more. I just go and I sleep great that night.
Right. Right.
So
Wow. And the power of you being able to take the same voice, same vessel, but use it for God's glory now.
yeah.
See there?
Yeah.
Look at God.
Yeah.
See,
Yeah.
able to, that's why, and this is not Bible study, guys, but, none of the people that I look at that God really used, all of them had a serious past. Peter will cut you.
Yeah.
He was always that one that was ready. Like, what? Just give me the go ahead. But this is powerful that God was able to take your journey, and you're able to identify with young men
Yes.
that other men, like my husband, could not ever identify with them, and they're going to listen to your voice.
Right.
Right.
That's powerful.
Yeah.
That's powerful. That's powerful. Y'all know what? We at the intercession too, just that quick. and parents, I hope you're listening. Please pay attention to your children. These gifts from God that are talking with us, they have experienced where the young children as young as the 10th grade, sorry, 10 years old is very knowledgeable in that life.
Yeah.
And so please get the help, look at knowledge base, get attached to his mentorship program, and he's able to help your sons, okay? So, and pay attention to your counselors in school, correct,
Yeah.
Doctor? Okay. All right. So we are at the end of session 2. And again, we always like to thank God. We'd like to thank our community. We'd like to thank all the support that we receive, because it takes a community to get done the work of God. We also like to always give out our mental health hotlines, because we never know who's listening. You have the 988 hotline. You have the text 741-741. That's free 24 service. There's the NAMI. That's the National Alliance on Mental Illness. You can reach out on the website by the state that you live in. There's a 211 24/7 community line. And if you don't remember nothing else, call 911 to get help. again, do not suffer in silence. Mr. Perry.
Tick tock, tick tock. Time is moving. You're in the 1st grade, then you're in the 5th grade, then you're in the 10th grade. And unless you get what you need to succeed in life, you're on the street. And then from there, the jail. You can't go back and buy it back. You have to go forward. You have to make wise decisions. So many decisions to make. Make sure you get the counseling you need. Make sure you in a place where you can learn. This has been Young People Nation, and remember, there is always hope.
Christ is the foundation. Know his word gon' lead us. Know I'm already going. Taking steps I believe in. Giving guidance to the youth. Giving guidance to the lost. Give the world to the project. Lead them back to the cross. He the #1 prospect. He the top boss. I was broke, I was empty. He the one that paid the cost. Really thought that I was cool. There was nothing like the Savior. Now it's time for the truth. The whole world been waiting. It's Young People Nation. 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 The whole world been waiting. Whatever you going through, I know what he gonna do. Don't matter the circumstance, we going back to the root. Keep going. Let that seed keep growing. You need peace and we know it. Now it's time to live holy. Young People Nation. You know what time it is. Young People Nation. Get ready, the time is here. Get ready, we vibing here. We about to let God in here. Young People Nation. It's Young People Nation. Yeah, do it for the heavens, you know where we going. Influenced by his love, you know we gotta show it. It's time to put the youth onto what God is doing. Cause I can tell you now, right now, that God is moving. It's Young People Nation.